I first want to thank Anupam ji very much for inviting me here today. I think the way Ashutosh introduced him is, there's no better way to describe your professional career. But on a personal note, I just want to say I have a lot of respect for him and for Kirron ji. They're always on my programs, expressing their points of view on which we often don't agree. So it's fantastic to have them on. And with Anupam ji, it's a particularly different relationship because we're also fellow Kashmiris. So when he asked me to come to this function today, he asked me in Kashmiri, and that was the ultimate blackmail. I couldn't say no. So thank you so much. And I just want to say a quick word about the book, though. I went through it, and it's really an easy read, and it's lovely. I mean, you can just pick and choose the chapters, I think, that you identify with, where you are at in your life right now, and it's really, really inspirational. It's very easy to read. So I wanted to read a chapter called Don't Fear Change, because that seems to be happening a lot to everyone these days. We are all creatures of comfort and security. Given half a chance, we would all like to live in our cocoons all our lives. But change we must, for that is the order of life. The first change comes when we leave our schools and go to college. We move out of our circle of friends with whom we had grown up for over a decade. We have to make new acquaintances and adjust to the new environs. The next change comes when we seek professional employment. The routine is repeated once again. Finally, we settle down in our vocations and then we coast along. Though this seems to be an ideal situation to be in, it is actually fraught with stagnation and slow death. There is a name for this affliction, midlife crisis. Perhaps many of us are already going through that now. Not unusually, this syndrome affects more men than women, since the latter are more linked with change given their strong bonding with family and children. Many men do the same routine in their jobs and stop learning, and soon discover that their younger colleagues are brighter and faster, and they cannot accept it. It's true for women as well. Their spouses are no longer without an opinion. They have grown in the decades and are now independent, emboldened women, and the husbands cannot tolerate it. They find their children are no longer in their control. The children are already in their professions and do not need their fathers for advice. The fathers cannot understand it. The only cure for all this is to flow with the tide and constantly reinvent oneself. Corporates recognize this syndrome, so they have management education programs with fancy names. Tired executives attend these programs and return reinvigorated, spouting fresh jargon to impress their juniors. For others who do not have sponsors, the need is to rediscover and reevaluate themselves through life coaching programs, to find a new challenge and then realign their energies. The more intrepid recognize the ennui creeping up on them and quit their jobs altogether, taking up another assignment in an unrelated area. I know many well-placed executives who've already quit their cushy corporate jobs and turned into teachers, farmers, consultants, become entrepreneurs, or written books or joined NGOs, even started film and theater production companies. I know doctors and lawyers who now get greater satisfaction in working for charities than making more money. I know people like that as well. The critical point is to find a new challenge. Take up photography and you will be absorbed in the world of light and shade and colors. Or learn a new language like French or German, or join a dance class or an acting workshop. All such activities have the potential to refashion your personality. So the mantra is not to fume when your coping mechanisms fail and the world is passing you by. Stop the bus and get off. Take a vacation with your better half and discover yourself and find a new challenge.
Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you.